Hi, everybody. It's Joy from the Women's AI Visibility Institute, and we are continuing our series on Don't Chase AI, Be Understood. Yesterday, we talked about infrastructure and how important that is, and today we're going to talk about authorship, which is the second pillar of our entity establishment. And it's funny because I was running some scans this morning on a firm that we're working with, and one of the things that showed up, it was a 7-person firm, that only the founder had credit for authoring articles and blogs. AI is looking to see if you've authored any articles that show your expertise and if those articles have been picked up by anybody. So don't let that freak you out because it's a process. And the process is you need to start, first of all. A name on a bio page isn't the same as documented, attributable, authored articles that AI can trust. And I'm just going to use myself as an example. I started writing articles for LinkedIn on the research that we conduct. And I do it in series. So once a week, even though I didn't do it this week, I submit an article to LinkedIn that is in depth and shows my expertise on the research that we've done. And I do have people read it. I don't want to say I don't have anybody read it, but that's not the purpose. The purpose is for AI to see that I'm writing articles. I'm not just posting, I'm writing articles. That was the first step. The second step is I started submitting articles to organizations that might be interested in our research. And Texas Women's Bar Association, one of their chapters, picked up an article that I submitted to them and put it in their newsletter. So that kind of got the ball rolling for me to start submitting articles to different organizations that would be interested in the research that I conduct. So, how do I make this applicable to you? So, taking a step back, every attorney needs to establish their own entity that AI can identify. One of the things that I spoke about yesterday was we're in a grace period right now of AI is still learning to make connections. It's still learning about who you are and what you do. That grace period is going to come to an end at some point, and it's going to come sooner rather than later because AI is getting so smart. So you need to create your own entity, and we do it on 4 pillars. We do it on infrastructure, authorship. I just went blank. And 2 other things that are going to come up next week, at the end of this week. And we put those pillars in place so AI can go out and find, let's see, you have the structure in place to show when you were admitted to the bar, where you graduated from, cases that you've won, awards that you've won, all these different data points. That's your infrastructure. Authorship is okay, are they sharing their expertise? Are they helping the consumer with their knowledge? That's where authorship comes. So, for an attorney, let's say you're a divorce attorney, you write articles on the pitfalls that women make, how to navigate a divorce proceeding, how to pick a divorce attorney. If you're a personal injury attorney, what are the mistakes people make immediately after an accident? The process of what to expect in a lawsuit. What is a IME? Like the top 10 questions that you get asked when you have an initial meeting with someone. That's what you should be writing articles about. Post them on LinkedIn, of course, but then submit those articles to your local bar association, to a newsletter. Take an article that came on the news or a story that came on the news and write an article about it from the perspective of your expertise and submit it to the paper. Any place that you can submit an article and might have the ability to be published or cited. Great for AI. Great for standing up that pillar of expertise. All right, I hope that was helpful. I fully realize it's a ton of work. I do it too. It's just a part of being found by AI. It's just the process. You have to remember no one can buy their way to be visible in AI. It's only going to come through work. First mover advantage, those who do it win. We're not going back to the old ways. And I remember, I am that old. I remember when people would say, I'm not ever going to advertise on the internet. People are never going to find me on the internet. They're going to find me in the phone book. Yeah, this is the same kind of thing. People aren't going to Google anymore. They're going to ask AI for a specific question and get a specific answer, and you want to be part of that answer. All right, I hope this was helpful, and I will see you tomorrow with another pillar when I remember what it is. All right, take care.